See when the hot seaweed wasn't there yet.
Hello and welcome to Your Dad Learns StarCraft 2 Ladder. This is the second episode, and this is actually the third game where I'm unranked playing against a gold Zerg by the name of Kazi. This is the third game because the second game was me against a Diamond Terran who never connected, so not really worth going over. Nothing to really look at and learn there. So, in the lower right-hand corner is my opponent, Kazi, and in the upper left-hand corner is your hero, your champion, your dad, playing Zerg the way that I do. So, let's look at Kazi, because Kazi's doing something interesting. They made an extractor as their first building. They made a drone, then made a spawning pool as their second building, and now they have 11 drones, and they're making an overlord. So what they're doing is they're doing a strategy called a 12 pool, which you start with 12 workers. So you start them mining, the first one goes straight over and makes an extractor while you're making another drone. And when that drone's born, it goes over here, you get your 200 minerals, and it makes a spawning pool. And the idea is, by the time the spawning pool is made, they'll have 100 gas, and they can make zergling speed and start making their 3 zerglings, which they are doing. You see in tab, I'm making 6 zergling speed, which will be ready in a little over a minute. And they're just going to take these zerglings, and they're going to run straight to my base, and they're going to try to kill me. They're going to hope that I have nothing to defend this with, and they'll catch me off guard and severely damage my economy, and perhaps even just win the game straight out. So that's their plan. And my plan is the standard that I do. Get saturation, make a hatchery, make a geyser, make a pool, and just have 2 expansions pool. I'm now making a queen. I should be making some zerglings, but I haven't started yet. Making a second queen, and here's some zerglings in my base. If you can tell in production tab, I still haven't started making zerglings, which I could be doing right now, which would help me defend. But I'm busy pulling my drones away and then dipping in trying to do damage, pulling them away, and I finally have started making some zerglings of my own. I'm making 8 of them. There's 8 of them in my base right now, but I'm also going to have queens being born. And now I'm making 10. I'm making an extra egg worth of zerglings. So here we go. We're defending, we're fighting. And at this point, with the zerglings that are around, with the numbers, I should be fine. Even though this queen's not participating yet. There she goes. And now I'm in an okay spot. I should be making more zerglings. I'm making 2 spine crawlers over here to help defend against zerglings coming in. Making another queen to replace this one. And Kazi just surrendered. So that's the game. It's won. It's over. That's all she wrote. That's my 3rd win of the season. 3rd win in my placement series. So I'm 3-0, which is much better than I thought I'd be. One quick little note at the end here. If you look at what I have, I've got 16 drones. They have 12. We each have some zerglings. Each have queens. I have more larvae, yes. But mineral-wise, I have 150. They have 650. They could easily just switch stance. Their early aggressive play didn't work out the way they wanted. They didn't win the game off of it. But they didn't lose the game off of it either. They could take one of these drones, which would put them down to 11, make those 2 larvae into drones. That's 550. Use 300 to make that into an expansion. So that would bring them down to 250. And they could just switch to a mid-game strategy. Make some more drones, put them on this gas, put them in here, and just go to the mid-game. They didn't have to win the early game. Maybe in their mind they had to. But they didn't have to win the early game, and they didn't. This is, even with those 4 coming in, It's definitely defended with 2 Zerglings and a Queen, another Queen being made with 2 Spine Crawlers. they're not going to do any severe damage anymore of just trickling zerglings in. But they could still do damage by going to the mid game and trying to out macro and outplay me during that part of the game. They're a gold level player. I imagine they know how to do more than just one strategy. So yeah, it's already been a little longer on that point than it should be, but the main point is there was no reason for Kazi to surrender there. They weren't threatened, they weren't in danger of losing the game. They just didn't win how they wanted to. So I guess if you're trying an all-in strategy, just remember it doesn't have to be all-in. You can still switch stance if it doesn't work. And with that being said, thank you for watching the video. If you have any comments or like or dislike the video, you can write on the things or click the buttons. And until then, I've been your dad. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.